everyone, welcome to a rerun of the Formula 1 XL F4 leagues with myself, Tom Goring, and my co-commentator, Sambo. We are here at Spa-Francorchamps getting ready for a rerun. Well, I thought it was round 19, but apparently it's a rerun of the first round since the first round got cancelled thanks to lag and desync, obviously, with this game. We, we don't need to know how bad this game is online, but of course, I get the reason why they had to do a rerun. So we're here at Belgium, Spa-Francorchamps, one of my favourite circuits of the F1 calendar, for a rerun or round 19 of the F1XL World Championship. And Samo, after this week's race, what are your expectations?
Well, the championship, the points gap between championship leader Sam Hez, who won the last two races in a row, at both Singapore and Hungary. The races you unfortunately missed for your own reasons. He won both those races, and Cinnamon Rage finished sixth and came back from having an incident in lap one, finishing second and limiting the damage and finishing in second. He is 21 points behind Sam Hez, and Cinnamon Rage has to win the race here, and Sam Hez has to finish 7th or lower for Cinnamon to win the championship. Otherwise, Sam Hez wins.
It could be decided as Spa-Francorchamps like Michael Schumacher's in 2004. Wow, so this could be a very historic race for F1XL and especially F4 tier. And I don't know if they do this rule where the champion of the previous tier goes up, or if they stay.
They do next season. The top three will be definitely going up next season to the next tier.
Okay. So that's probably going to be Sam Hez, Cinnamon, and F1 Rosberg then. Knowing how this season's went.
Yeah, I definitely know top two go up. I'm not sure about whoever's third. I think they go up as well, but I'd have to check on the rules of that.
It is now officially underway for the rerun round of Belgium.
Yep.
It's going to be a dry race.
Dry race.
So
alright then. Dry race and dry quality.
Rain, so yes.
I'd expect people in the top 10. I would say most likely a one stop, but I'm gonna say maybe a two stop from the top 10, depending what tires they start on. However, if people inside the top 10 start on super softs, they can possibly do the one stop here, and then people outside the top 10, who knows about what the strategies they can do. That is the first car. Is My Life the first car? I think he is.
In My Life. So, would you look at Sam Hez, Walder and Binky are all on supers. So it looks like they're going to go for a one stop maybe.
Yep.
Regardless, either way. So this could be very interesting. And knowing the pace that Sam Hez has on the harder compound, this might make this race more interesting. So we'll see how this race turns out to go. But, yeah.
The one thing to note about My Life from last round is he picked up his first point in F1XL this season, having had pretty much a horrible, most of his season has been terrible this season since he joined, but he picked up his first points last round. So congratulations to him on that last round, I would add. Which I didn't pick up on when I was doing commentary last round myself. But what are we expecting in terms of times here for the leaders, etc.?
I think, like with the pace of guys like Sam Hayes and let's slow dog maybe, and Cinnamon maybe like low 32, maybe 31 maybe. I'm not really sure, but obviously with these current cars, the regulations, more downforce, more grip. So maybe we could get a low 30. Like one of the low 30s. So anyway, we'll see with My Life.
He's not actually come out of lean mix. Oh, there we go. He didn't come out of lean mix until last
So he's starting his lap. Yeah, so he is starting his lap. And we're on the way with qualifying. So let's see. With My Life's lap, I'm guessing he's not quit. Oh, yellow flags in second.
Binky's gone from the session, or before he's even got to the end of his out lap.
Oh, Binky.
He'll be starting from the back of the grid. Not for the first time this season he hasn't started from the back of the grid. The last time he did, he came back and finished P9.
shame
So
for Binky, that is.
he's got a lot of work to do, but I'm confident he can pull it back in the
Sam is
race.
going very slowly.
Is he backed out of his
Anyway,
lap?
let's see. 31.4. No, he hasn't even started. So 31.4 for my life. So I think we are definitely going to expect a 132 or 133 as he comes in towards No Name and now in towards the more
Puon.
higher part, or higher speed. Yep, Puon. Of corners in towards Puon, flat out. He goes a little bit wide.
Got to be
That's
careful.
perfect.
Got to be careful of hitting that curb on the inside of Puon all too much,
Yes.
because if you can very easily very easily spin your car out if you go too much on that curb.
Yeah, definitely. I have to say, like, if you drive this track perfectly, if you get like a perfect lap, then you'll know about it. I mean, this track is so great to drive, especially when you nail all the corners, like El Rouge, Radion, Puon,
Blanchimont we're just
and the
coming
bus
up to
stop as
now.
well. Shimon as well. That's obviously flat out, but in towards the bus stop now, and it looks like my life will be the first. Oh, it goes a little bit wide, but
Crucial to get a
let's
good
see.
line
So
through there as well and not cut any of the.
so
One thing I will say also is
148. So that's probably going to be
Caesar immediately beats him.
6. Okay, so 146. Okay, so never mind what I was chatting about low 130s.
Yeah, I think that may be
146.
higher. I think that may be maybe F1 tiers, but I'm not sure. As Joe pops himself in a second, 147.2.
Yeah, so
with a
146,
148.3.
maybe even 145. Oh,
Yeah,
Sam
I say I say about 144s. High 144s.
144s,
Warder goes fastest than super soft tires in a 146.4.
146 by Warday comes Snakeo across the line, and he goes.
He's gonna go. I think he's lap going validate.
Yeah, I think he started his lap. So
Sam Hez is about to finish his lap coming through Blanchimont.
Alright, so here we go, the championship leader Sam Hez.
Cinnamon Rage goes quickest.
He's been dynamite this season, his rival Cinnamon Rage goes quickest.
145.
Here we go, here comes Sam Hez across the line.
It's P2.
Second place.
145.4.
145.4. Oh, wow, so that is. Oh,
Rosberg goes fastest.
Rosberg.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
what? Mercedes man showing he still has pace.
So Rosberg has went quickest. The gap between first and third is amazing. Wow, it's so close. That is what? That's 4-5 thousandths?
That's not a lot.
Hundredths. Yeah. It's so quick. Plus Warder still has time to gain if he ever decides to change it on to the ultras.
Yep. Tell you what, if Warder can actually maintain the time there, he's onto a winning strategy. Only having to do the one stop, having to only do one stop.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you can one stop from the ultras onto softs, but you have to take the ultras quite a bit into the race to be able to do that.
Yeah, probably either 8, 9. Well, because this track is so long, maybe like 5, 6 laps, maybe. Then for the supers, maybe 8, 9, 10 laps. You just don't know with this track, but we're gonna get a dry race, so rain will not affect any weather.
That's unusual.
So
Snake has lost the car. He's out qualifying. He binned it at Blanchimont.
Snakeo's out, so he will start last.
I know he'll start. I think he's going to start last alongside Binky on the last row in 14th and 15th. He
Slow dog.
He had a tank slapper and then he just lost it. He's not. He's on an outlap. Yep. Just to note, Chaos is currently playing not while sober, so yeah. If you wonder why he's off of pace
he's a bit drunk.
Yes. So that's why that's probably happening. So yeah.
Like Scott, Joski, and my life are all on outlaps. So is Caesar with 3 minutes to go. So this should be a very interesting final mids to qualifying, especially with the top 3 being so close. And what will Warder do? Will he stay on supers or will he go straight to ultras?
He's gone ultras. I think he's in the pits. It says he's changed to ultras, so he might be going in a set of ultra soft tires. From the looks of it.
Let's see.
He's not going back out yet, but it says on the tire delta when he sees what the current tyres fitted is. It says he's on back in a set of ultra softs. Slow Dog
He's
has
on
actually.
ultras. Yes, he's on ultras. So here we go. Race for pole position begins now as
Here comes Slow Dog. Slow Dog is actually going just for one lap. He's taking the gamble on the super softs.
So it looks like Slow Dog. Here comes Slow Dog. So he's 6 minutes.
His lap.
Wow. Okay. So here we go. So Slow Dog will be the first one, but he's going to avoid the traffic. He's got to be careful about the traffic though. So.
Yeah, he's made a bit of a mistake coming out of first corner. A little bit wide, but.
Yeah. So who's behind Slow Dog?
He's got clear air at the moment. He's got clear air both in front and behind him, which will help him in terms of lap time.
Right,
he does have a car in front of him, but I think that car's out of range.
I think that's Chaos.
Yeah,
But he's coming up to the. Yeah. So, Slow Dog might be on for a winning lap here. I don't think he's going to get pole position, no disrespect, but if he can get a great lap going, he could get himself into 4th or 5th place.
I mean, Warder, My Life is Gone.
So, yeah, thanks. My Life's Gone. Oh,
he's not going to be able to do it in the second lap.
So he's going to start 9th or either 11th or something.
He's going to start lower down. Warder did set the initial pole, won the initial pole laps on the super soft tyres. So it is entirely possible that you could do yours, Chaos.
Oh, Salvage went off. Who's that? Oh, that might be.
That's Roland, probably. Yep, Roland.
That's Roland. So he needs to get a move on. Otherwise, he's not going to get anything going. Roland.
He's only going to get one lap at this rate.
Yeah. So here comes Slow Dog now. Max fuel mixture. He's got time for one more lap. I don't know if he's going to.
Oh, that's a big clumping of the curb as he goes through Blanchimont there. He just he rode the curve like a skateboard there.
Round the bus stop chicane. I don't think it's going to be pole lap time, but it's going to be close in towards the back.
Oh, that's a slow
field.
lap. It's a 148.1. That's
so he
slow.
goes ahead of Scar.
He's going again though, I think.
Scar. Let's see. Oh, here comes Roland. Well, Roland's on his lap. Order. Sam Hez, they're all starting at that time. Here comes Scar.
I'm on board with Rosberg, who's on
McLaren.
another lap. Oh, he's ran wide though.
So here comes Scar. Oh, he's on riders Rosberg. Here comes Scar around the final corner.
Yep.
He might be quick here. Let's see, 140 to beat. No, 147 he goes.
He's probably invalidated his lap.
Here comes Joski. Yeah, he's invalidated it. No.
Caesar has not improved. Caesar and Joe have finished their laps, so they will be starting P5.
Josie's gone 5th.
Bad from the Toros driver.
So here comes Cinnamon Rage.
Oh, back ends out of the last corner. He's not improved.
He goes 2nd. He's not improved, so it's down to Sam Hez to see what he can do. Sam Hez, the championship leader.
Rosberg is pitted, by the way, so Rosberg will not be improving on his lap time.
To the pits, so it's all down. It's all down to Sam Hez.
Don't forget about Warder, by the way, as well.
Leader.
Warder's only.
He's on super spot.
Says he's an ultras for me.
Well, here comes Sam Hez. Let's see what he does. This might be pole lap here. This is looking good for Sam Hez.
Yep. He didn't.
Sam Hez goes across the
144.
144.9. The championship leader gets pole position by 0.5 of a second. And now we wait for Roland to come across the line.
That's the gauntlet laid down.
Sam Hez has stolen pole position from Rosberg.
Here comes Roland through the last corner.
And now we wait for Roland. I don't think he's going to get pole position. No, he's not. Where does he go? He goes
he's P8. I don't think he improved. I don't think he improved position-wise.
4 seconds off. And that is it. Sam Hez has taken pole position again. The championship leader.
That is Rosberg done. We should hopefully be done in a second.
Hez has taken pole position for the Belgian Grand Prix with F1 Rosberg in 2nd and Cinnamon Rage in 3rd place. OSR Caesar comes home in 4th with Joski in 5th and Warder, the first of the super soft runners, in 6th. All eyes on Matty in 7th with Roland in 8th. Slow Dog in 9th and F1XL Scar in 10th. My Life, Mighty Monobrow, Snakeo and Binky all follow them.
As well.
And Binky, Chaos and a snake how I've not set a lap time. So, the top 3 in the championship are the top 3 in the race. What's your prediction?
Ooh, well, this could be interesting here. So Sam Hayes ran away with it last week in Hungary. Um, Hungary being a track that is very difficult to overtake on, so this track is a lot easier on the overtaking front than what Hungary is. So I'm expecting a lot more than what I saw last week. But Cinnamon Rage is going to have to do a lot here to try and win the championship, because Sam Hayes is starting where he is. If he drives off at the front, and there's considering there was a big accident last about turn 4, turn 5 at Hungary last week, where one of the Williams cars lost the back end, and it caused a concertina effect that damaged about the wings of about 4 or 5 other cars around him. So
Yeah.
If that, we want to avoid that again, obviously because of that. It kind of meant that it was an easy ride for Sam Hayes, but Warder was keeping up with Sam Hayes last round, but he kind of lost. Warder spun not long just before his pit stop, and then he had to go for a new front wing, and then he just bottled the race from there.
Yeah.
So it was an easy ride for him in the end. But he had a 35-second gap to Cinnamon Rage at the end of the race. So Sam Hayes will be looking for what is a nice, comfy drive away from a lights to flag victory. That'll suit him nicely. Second, he'll still win the championship. So
Who's Sam Hayes or who's Cinnamon Rage?
Yeah, Sam Hayes. If he finishes second, he can still win the championship.
Okay. So second or higher, no matter what Cinnamon Rage does, Sam Hayes will be champion.
Yeah, anything actually beyond sixth or above for Sam Hayes will win Sam Hayes the championship, no matter where Cinnamon Rage finishes.
Okay. So this could get interesting then.
Yep, depending on the start, because we've seen Sam Hayes have some troubles with starts particularly off of Canada. Well, that race was
Canada. I was gonna mention that, but you could there's always that possibility at the start of just getting off in the moment and just like getting a terrible start. But if he can defend that inside line, if he can defend going in towards El Rouge and Radion into the chicane complex, then I see Sam Hayes getting the lead and having a decent race.
I mean, it'll be interesting.
Obviously, that's not what we want.
Yeah, there's a lot of quick drivers here, though.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
no doubt about it.
The one thing with Rosberg, he seems to have sort of one lap pace, but he doesn't seem to have consistency to keep up with the top 2 in the championship. He seems to have struggled as of recently, because he's had 2 P5 finishes in his last 2 races. So we are going.
Hold on to your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. A championship could be decided today. Sam Hayes needs 6 for higher. Lights out and away.
Sam Hayes got a decent start. Oh, he's
Sam Hayes defends in towards turn 1. Rosberg tries to go for the undercut, but Sam Hayes is still in the lead.
Oh, there's a bit of contact further back.
In the midfield there. Yeah.
Oh.
Massive pile in the midfield
Then
there.
Key and Snake have come together, I think.
Cinnamon Rage has gone down to 5th position. And now look at this. F1 Rosberg and Sam Hayes.
Oh, I think Slow Dogs had a major incident with through Eau Rouge, and he's now down in P15.
Oh, the Force Indies went wide. That's Warder. Warders went wide, and now Cinnamon Rage is now into 4th place. Not bad there, but looks like a lot of mix-ups went on there.
Roland is now down. Has fell down to P15. Don't know what's happened to him.
Yeah.
Oh, Warder's out.
Force India.
He's clipped the wall.
Warder in the Force India has crashed, and Warder is all for the Force India man. Shame for the Force India man as Sam Hayes retakes the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix, and it looks like
Rosberg is losing ground to him. Rosberg looks like he's already
Yeah.
losing ground.
So, looks like the mission statement is clear. Sam Hayes wants that win and wants that
Cinnamon
championship.
Rage
Oh my goodness
nearly stacked it in the gravel. Very nearly.
Yeah. So listen, it doesn't matter what Cinnamon Rage does. As long as Sam Hayes finishes 6th or higher, no matter where Cinnamon Rage finishes, Sam Hayes will be the F4 champion.
Yes, he's in the
1
pits
second gap
actually.
And
He's
alright, he's in the pits. And
I think he has damage.
Sector 3.
He must have had damage
Wait, there's
somewhere.
damage. Wait, Snakeho's off.
Oh,
Snakeho's off. It looks like he's crashed. Doesn't have any front wing damage, but it looks like he's been taken out or something. And
he
Cinnamon Rage
had
is now
an
down
incident
to-
with Binky going off of turn 1. So we have a yellow flag in sector 3. Cinnamon Rage Roland and Solar are all in the pits as Chaos is gone from the race. So
Chaos is gone.
yeah,
okay,
well,
so
proving that trying to race while drunk doesn't work, obviously.
So Chaos and Warder are gone. Cinnamon Rage is now down to 11th position.
Yep, he's a
And
lot of
looks
work
like
to do.
all hopes of him winning the championship are gone right now. I mean, I don't want to curse
I
him,
mean,
but
he's gonna need a miracle to save this race.
Chaos is gone. As you can see, there's Chaos in the Mercedes.
Yep.
And Roland is now behind Seiko.
Yep. He's gonna make this is an easy move for the Sauber driver. Indeed, it is.
So look at Sam has 1.8 seconds ahead of Rosberg.
Already.
And Rosberg is now out of the championship.
Yep, he was out. The
to his
championship about
performance.
3 races ago, something like that.
No, like
2 or 3 races
before,
ago.
like
2 or 3 races
A little
before.
break.
Two or three,
Yeah.
but a race or two before this race, he was already out of the championship. He was already a good 25 to 50 points down on the leader at that point.
If he feels he's got the pace to hunt down Sam
Who's
Hayes.
that coming in the pits as well? That is Joski. Joski and Rosberg in the pits. Rosberg comes out in 7th place and Joski comes out in 9th.
So here comes.
Scar again is all over Matty.
Yep.
Scar's all over Matty down the inside.
I think he's going to get it done this time.
And
Oh, there's contact.
bit of contact there.
Oh, there's another bit of contact.
Matty shoves him off the track and Matty.
He's got the position
keeps
back.
3rd place.
I mean,
Wow,
because of
good
the fact,
defensive driving there from Matty.
yeah, is it looking at the fact that obviously your teammate in this race, Warder, how do you think he can? Do you think he can hold on from Scar, or do you think he could? Do you think he's actually got Scar can actually overtake him?
I think Matty's got the edge on him. With what I've seen on practice.
Oh, he's went wide.
He is pretty quick here. He's just got to keep his head in the game because he knows he has to finish above Caesar to get that last ASR spot. So he needs to not be thinking too much, and I think that's what's affecting him at the moment. Is he's thinking too much about Caesar more than Scar.
Rosberg
I've got Warder.
has come out behind Monobrow.
Oh, bit of contact there between the Ferrari and the Mercedes. And Rosberg,
He's going
He
to got
might
the
have
inside of
damage.
Blanchimont.
he's only on the inside, but does Rosberg have damage? I was on board. No, he doesn't look like he's got damage. Yellow flag
My
in
life is
sector
gone.
3.
From P7.
Oh, my life.
Matty is Pat.
Oh, my life in the Haas. Lucky for him, he's crashed.
Oh well.
My life's gone. So now all my eyes on Matty's in the pit lane. Doing that stint. And Rosberg has jumped him, so is Mighty Monobrow. So now he's now in 9th on these super soft tyres. Meanwhile, the top 3 are still on ultras. So wait, how long does it take for a pit stop? Like to come in and then back out to the track? It must be like 20 seconds or so.
Yeah, I think
Because if
it's
that's the
20
case,
seconds.
if that's the case, Rosberg's under the 20-second gap. So if that is the case, Rosberg will come out ahead of Sam Hez, thanks to the undercut. Down to 18 seconds now. So this is very interesting.
Yep. Also, we have a 3-way battle for
Oh my.
P6 to a point. We have Binky Binky's holding on P6, having started at the back of the grid.
Broski as
He's
well.
not pitted yet, I don't think.
Yeah.
He's got Joe and
He's
Cinnamon all over the
supers.
back of him, and I wonder if there's going to be
Yeah.
any team tactics from Toro Rosso here to let from Joe to let Cinnamon go. Oh, Binky's
he's
just
went wide. Binky's went wide.
Yep.
Well, he didn't go wide, but I think he went
That-
through.
there
and
we
now
go,
about
and there's the
Toro
team orders.
Rossos. And Chaos has now left the session. He's probably going to go to bed and he's going to pass out because he's that drunk. But anyway, now Rosberg. Let's see if the top three pit. No, they don't. So Sam Hez is still in the pits. Meanwhile,
Scar
Rosberg
is
on the
in the
fresh
pits.
set of supers. So Scar's in the pits, so now that promotes Rosberg into P3. Now he has
It's going to be
all
interesting
the
to
air in the
see where
world.
Scar goes to All Eyes on Matty.
Yeah.
Matty's in P9 and he's
Let's
currently coming down. He's actually battling with Binky actually. As they're coming down the
Here comes
main
Matty, so he's
straight.
going to pass him. Going to pass him here. Yes, he
I
has.
think the undercut is perfectly done there by Matty, so it's going to
Yeah,
give him
great.
that extra space to concentrate on Caesar. But it looks like Caesar might be going non-stop.
Great
Yes.
job on Matty there to get the undercut on Scar.
I mean, Caesar is known for not giving up his position easily, even if he's up against a car that is very much on a different strategy and probably quicker than him. Matt, you know this, Warder, from having a battle with him in Singapore, how he's not willing to give
Definitely,
way,
definitely.
even
That
if
back
he knows
end is
it's the
ridiculously
strategy.
big.
Yeah,
So Rosberg, Caesar, and then Sam Hez. So here we go. The race leader Sam Hez is now
is he
gap
pitted
is
yet?
now 18 seconds
He's not pitted yet.
towards Rosberg. He hasn't pitted yet.
He still hasn't cleared Binky yet. That's probably wasn't it. Binky isn't a set as soft tires,
When
by the way,
is
so
Sam
he's
Hayes
going
gonna pit?
very long.
Because his tyres are going to have to go very soon. Let's see. Towards the bus stop. He doesn't
He'll
pit.
be,
okay,
I reckon,
so
lap
Binky's
8,
gone off.
lap 8 for
he,
He just ran out of
is he
road.
fired or is he?
No, he just ran out of
Oh.
road.
Okay. Now surely that must give second place to Rosberg.
Yep, I'm gonna guess
And I think
that it's
it
gonna
is.
be soft tire for Caesar at this point.
Nah, I think Supers.
Can he make
Think.
supers go the
So
distance?
there we go.
It looks like
Rosberg.
softs. Looks like softs.
It's soft,
will,
yeah, soft.
Is it soft? Is that supers? I think actually. I'm not sure. It might
Softs.
be. Is it?
So Caesar is now on softs.
It is.
So he's going for a one stop.
Oh, he's came out ahead of
Very
Cinnamon as
interesting
well.
from the Renault driver.
He's came out ahead of Cinnamon.
Oh my. Very interesting. Wow.
So,
So now the gap between Sam Hez and Rosberg is 18.8 seconds. And now Rosberg has more free air to try and catch up to Sam Hez and make this undercut work.
in the battle for the championship, this is not what Cinnamon needs. He doesn't need this at all. Because
Yeah.
now at this point, Caesar's just going
He's
to...
basically lose-lose.
Yeah. Because at the moment, well, Sam has still yet to pit, so we'll see where he comes out. I think he's going to come out around P6, or maybe just about where this battle is, or in about P4, P5.
I think he's going to come out with third or fourth. I think. Third or fourth. Yeah, he's opened up the gap now to Rosberg. Now it's 19 seconds.
That's the question. Does Rosberg have the pace to even keep up with Sam Hez? Because he seems to have struggled in recent weeks with pace during the race. It's like consistency.
Cinnamon He did, look. Oh, he
Drift
lost the
off.
back end there.
Sam
That would
Hez
have been
is in the
championship over.
pits. So
In the pit, Sam Hez. So
That's
here
a
we
this
go.
is going to be interesting.
I think that's going to be softs, isn't it?
And Rosberg.
Yeah, that is softs.
Know the distance. No, it is. It's softs. So will this undercut work? Here comes Rosberg around the bus stop.
Don't think it will.
Oh, this is going to be close.
I think he's just going to get
It's
him.
going to be
Don't
close
think it
between
is.
Rosberg. Oh, Sam Hez just keeps the lead, or does he?
Yep.
He's going to have to better
He's gonna-
momentum, but... Oh, Sam
Fresher
Hez
tyres,
takes the lead.
I think that's it. I think that's lead
There it
set. I
is.
think that is lead settled, done and dusted now.
Yeah.
Sam Hez
So
is going to
Sam
do
Hez-
a serious
Sam
problem
Hez's
now.
overcut has paid off, and Sam Hez retains the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix.
Here comes Cinnamon.
But now Rosberg,
He's got the slipstream on Caesar down the straight. Down,
Here we
down
go.
towards Radion.
is for fourth place.
He's down the inside.
Fourth. And to get the move
Side by side.
No.
He's going to go round the outside though, and then slingshot around the inside. Now that's a move.
No,
That's a
he's
nice
got him.
move.
Wait, you switch back?
No.
No.
That's a nice move. I'll give him that. That's a nice move. That one. Nice one to pull off.
Move that might be overtake of the race. Maybe move of the race, that is.
Dirt is actually staying with Cinnamon, so all he has to do is keep following it.
Yes, he does.
And Caesar's tyres will eventually come back into their own. In the sense of it will eventually become a point where he will have the better tyres. All he has to do is wait.
Yeah. I think everyone on the softs just has to wait.
Yep.
For the supers to go off.
Well, Cinnamon is eyeing up that Ferrari as his next target, and I don't know if the Ferrari will have much in the way of resistance to the Toro Rosso here.
1.8 now the gap is.
It's going down very quick.
So Mighty has not pitted, so this is going to be. He might just let Cinnamon by.
It depends on when he's going to pit though. So we know he's going to lose in 6th and maybe 7th and 8th, but just don't know it yet.
I mean,
stays out. Let's see.
Oh, we got the yellow flag in sector 2.
Oh, never mind.
A brief yellow flag, I think it's gone.
So, so everyone's made a stop apart from Mighty Monobrow, so...
He's going very long. I think he's on soft. Yeah, he's on soft. He's got a long way.
Yeah, he is on soft.
He is on soft, so... This is going to be interesting now. So he's probably going to take him towards lap 11 or 12, maybe.
Half distance, and then he can actually, if he goes but 3/4 race distance, he can go into ultra soft.
I think he's going to go. I think he will go to 15 and then go on ultra soft, and so he's going to be one to watch at the end.
Yeah, but he's getting caught up though, so he's going to get eaten alive by Cinnamon Rage and maybe even Caesar. So
I'd expect him not to offer up too much resistance against these two, because he probably trying to make his own strategy work. Battling's not going to help his tyre wear.
I can still see my wing on the track where the invisible wall was. So.
Oh, did you have the same thing by any chance that Dom had back in Singapore with the Tech Pro barrier that just appeared out in front of it?
Oh.
Well, I had no barrier. I was close to the wall, but all of a sudden I was fine, and then next thing I knew, explosion.
Yeah, because back in Singapore, Dom was back in the latter half. Whoa.
Cinnamon Rage has closed up massively towards Mighty Monobrow. He could get him.
That's a slingshot. That was a slingshot and a half off of that corner. He's not going to make it here, I don't think. I think he's going to wait until he gets the DRS.
Might dive down to the bus stop, maybe.
Slow dog.
He's going to move into the bus stop.
No. Don't do anything risky with that strategy.
Wait until after Rouge. He needs to wait.
Monobrow's picked.
Mighty Monobrow, so now...
He's picked. That's a very...
So he's going to go down towards...
That's probably supers then. I would think he's going to go into supers then, because that's a logical choice. If he is supers.
Yeah, he is going on supers. So he's going to fall to either 8th or 9th.
I like his
slow dog.
Yeah, sort of, kind of.
So there it is.
I mean,
it is Scar, so maybe 9th place. It's going to be interesting. Here comes Scar, and it is 8th place. Snake gets a 3-second time penalty.
I mean, interestingly enough, Caesar is still just about keeping up with Cinnamon. He's still staying within a second of him.
It does help when there is a driver on a different, on a better tyre strategy than you, or I say a better tyre type than you, and you're on a lot harder one. I find it better when they're in front of you, because it keeps you going, keeps you motivated, and you make less mistakes. So Caesar's probably got that adrenaline through him.
Yep.
Yeah, and plus also the fact that you also have the hard tyre, which means you can go more longer into
Snake's
the race.
retired from the race.
So Caesar, unfortunately for Snako, but Caesar will probably know that Cinnamon Rage's tyres will probably go off in the next 5 laps, and then he'll probably wait until then to start his attack. So This is a battle for P3.
Yep. I wonder if Cinnamon has the pace to catch up to Rosberg though, who is 9.9 seconds up the road, or 9.8 seconds.
Yes, but like either way, maybe Caesar overtakes Rosberg in the pit lane because he's only like 1.3 seconds behind him.
Who knows? We have Matty on the back of coming up to the back of Joe, the other Toro Rosso, just behind this battle.
Yeah.
I don't think he's in the DRS range just yet.
He's 0.8.
But it's going to be interesting.
Behind him.
I don't think he had the DRS because I don't think he was in the detection zone. I don't think. No, he is actually.
Yes, he's in the DRS. Yeah, he is. No, he's 5 tenths.
He's not going to be able to make it. I don't think. That's too far back. That's risky trying it too far. That's a risky dive bomb trying from that far back.
Yeah. I thought he was more closer, but no, he was more further away than I thought. So.
I'm wondering if Joe's trying to act as a rear guard for Cinnamon in a way to try and keep Matty away from battle that's currently going on up ahead.
I feel like
Slow Dog's gone, by the way. Slow Dog is at the race.
Slow Dog, he's crashed on before the hairpin.
I mean, he was having he was having a distinctly average race, and well, that's kind of.
That's a shame for Slow Dog. Yeah.
Down to just 11 drivers from 15 who started.
Well, 10 now. Well, 10 if you exclude shame.
I started a mass exodus, clearly.
I mean, it was a bit like that last week, if you remember that. Well, we had a problem with that last week as well in Hungary, where we lost about a quarter of the field in about the first half of the race.
Yeah.
It was just one of those things. It's just one of those things, really. Joe has dipped into the pits.
Joski's now in the pits.
Is that his second stop or is that his first?
I think it's second. There's no way he could have went those supers into 13 laps. No way.
So he's gone on to ultras. Is that supers or ultras he's gone back onto?
So he started on ultras and he's going to supers. So he's gonna go to the end no matter what now. So.
Oh, so he's doing the strategy you were doing then in Warder in China then, going for the 2-stop while everyone else goes for the 1-stop.
All the super soft runners are going to be on 2 stops, no matter what.
It depends on depends on the driving style and how long they can take their tires, I suppose. Because some drivers are better than others.
Yeah.
Because one driver might be quite aggressive, but another driver might be quite conservative on tires. So it's really all about how you can keep the tires going. As Joe and his fresh supers is catching up to Scott.
It's all about managing tyres, but how well can you do it while maintaining the pace, while setting quicker laps? It's all good managing tyres, but when you've got a gap that's closing, they're that good then.
Cinnamon's in the pits again.
Cinnamon Rage is now in the pit, so he's going for a 2-stop.
I wonder if it's going to be.
I think Matthew's in as well.
Into.
Yep. So
as well.
I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess.
2 supers.
Oh, Joe's dived it up the inside at the bus stop. Scar left from the space. Well done. Just caught the very end of that, but
where is this gonna? Because Matty and Joe were quite close together, so
Matty's down in 8th.
He's overtaking him.
He's down in 8th. Or not?
Be quite close,
it's
actually.
Gonna be close. He's
right
down
along.
8th.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it should be an easy move for Matty.
Yeah. I think.
Oh, Matty has a slipstream on Scar, but Scar also has the DRS on Joe in front of him. I don't think he's going to be able to make it.
This isn't helping Matty out at all because he needs to be with Caesar.
Yeah.
Caesar is not actually. I think Caesar's 1-stopping, isn't he? So he's not going to be stopping.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going to be something. However, so with Cinnamon having pitted, when do you think Rosberg is going to respond?
I'm surprised he hasn't pitted already, to be honest.
Yeah.
but I'm thinking lap 15, 16 is when you'll see Rosberg win, and you probably see him go on ultras.
Try
He's
and
in the
bring
pits
gap
now,
down.
actually.
Okay.
He's in the pits now, so Rosberg has automatically responded to Cinnamon Rage.
Matty's
now let's
gone
put
round the
Caesar
outside.
in-
Matty has just gone round the outside, coming into the last sector. Clean round the
why did
Ooh,
I
outside.
so
miss that?
Caesar's now into second.
Oh,
Oh my word.
I mean, Caesar could. The thing about
now
Caesar here is
Rosberg's
he's
in
a
the
major bottle. He's a major spanner in the championship
bottleneck.
works here, and just the general overall order for this race.
Right, so Rosberg retains third place, but then Cinnamon Rage has lost position to Mighty Monobrow.
Yeah, he's going to overtake him
Monobrow
though.
still has a
It's
pit
not
yet.
going to be that difficult. I don't think Monobrow's made it. I think Monobrow doesn't quite have the same
Monobrow
pace.
hasn't pit yet.
He has pit, I think.
Yeah,
went
he's
supers.
pitted on lap 11 to supers.
Oh,
It's going to be hard for him to keep supers on for that long.
Right, so this is for genuine position right now, so always let him through.
Yep, I wouldn't expect. I don't think he was going to do anything else, to be honest. He's on his own strategy. He's on a different strategy, so he may as well.
Yeah. Yeah, that's very, very smart driving there from Mighty Monobrow. Now the tension turns to all eyes on Matty, I guess.
Can Matty get? Matty's got a big gap to catch up to Joe now. That's the only thing, because the gap he lost
held
trying
up
to fight
big
Scar.
time from Scar.
I mean,
Oh,
you can see him still.
Scar's spun.
Sector 2.
Scar has spun.
Sector 2, who's that?
That's Scar, I think.
Scar?
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Saw-
he's
saw it
7.1
happen.
seconds back. Yeah, he's had.
Yeah.
He needs to pit for new tyres.
How long's he been on
Yeah.
those tyres for? He's been on those for a while now, I would say.
Yeah.
Roland's got a time penalty.
It doesn't really
Oh,
matter
he's
considering how far
struggling.
back Roland is from
I
ninth
do feel
place.
sorry for Roland.
I mean, especially last round, just the one time he puts the wheel on the curb on the outside and it spins him round. Never does it any point except for that one time that spins him out.
So now Rosberg's behind Caesar, that's 4.5 seconds. I don't know if
We've also
Rosberg can
got
overtake Caesar.
Cinnamon. You got
Oh,
Rosberg
wow.
and Cinnamon putting some really quick signs in, but they don't seem to be
definitely.
catching Caesar.
I mean,
Yeah,
Caesar's
so it
played,
looks like the one stop could be the
played a
best
blinder
strategy
here.
then.
he's played a blinder
Could be a
here
quicker
to
strategy.
Caesar. Just unassumingly
Yeah.
put himself into second place. And I mean, he could be one of Sam Hayes' best friends here and just holding up everyone behind it and allowing Sam Hayes to get further and further away.
There's no
It's
way
his
he's
to
not going
lose.
to win the race.
It's his race
Yeah.
to lose now. That's as simple as that. Scars, by the way, has gone into set of
Yeah.
ultra softs, by the way, for the final remainder of the race. So he's going to be quick at the back end of this race. Don't know how many positions he can
So
pick
he's
up,
probably going to go for fast lap then. He's probably going to go for fast lap then, probably.
If I was Sam Hayes, I would pit for a set of ultra softs right now and just have that in your locker.
so if anyone catches up to you, just in case.
I don't think he'd risk it though. I think he would like to play it the safe strategy and just finish the race first place at the championship.
Yep. I mean,
Would it not be the safe thing going into the pits and getting those new tyres though? Because he's got a pit stop in his back pocket. Just even if he throws on a set of supers, just to give him a little bit extra pace and a little bit extra grip, because these softs are going to be hell to drive on in those last 2 laps.
Yeah. Well, he's only got like a 25-second gap, but I guess a pit stop wouldn't do anything.
that's fastest.
And see Rosberg, fastest lap of the race. So here comes Rosberg.
1.1 seconds back
Does that
from
even mean
Caesar.
anything? Well, does that mean anything now? I guess not.
I don't know if he can catch. I think Rosberg can catch Cinnamon.
I mean, if
So
Caesar
even
holds
though
him
the
up, yeah,
championship
I'm
might be
fairly
over.
sure he can, because Caesar, knowing the driver he is not going to let Rosberg go without a fight.
Yes.
So, and I wouldn't expect anything less, and considering how wide he can make the rear of that Renault, many people have fell foul of that in the past.
Plus, has Caesar got a podium this season in that Renault, or?
I think he has.
Yes, I think he has. He's had 3: Japan, Baku, and Monza.
So this could be his 4th podium of the season. And what a way to do it. Involved in the two leading contenders for the championship,
Oh,
Rosberg and Sam
making
Hayes.
Rosberg go the long way around.
Rosberg. Nope, you're not going to go around there. Let's see some chicane.
Oh, you got I think he made like contact there.
Bit of contact. Bit of contact, no damage, thank God. But now,
And now at this point, he's probably
Now
hating
Rosberg.
Rosberg probably hates Caesar at this point because this is now helping Cinnamon Rage to catch up.
he's in standard
Yeah.
mix. He's in standard mix, so...
Yellow flag, sector 2.
Oh, never mind.
Another yellow flag.
Wait,
Sector 2
in
and
sector
3.
3,
It's Joski.
oh, it's Joski
Joski
brought
spun, I
Rosberg.
think.
I think Rosberg's going to dummy him.
This very much feels a
Oh.
lot like the battle with Rosberg versus.
it is.
I think he's up the inside this time.
Side by side.
I think it's done this.
Between
Oh,
Rosberg and Caesar into
Oh, he's still side by side. It's Mark Webber and Alonso-esque there. Jesus.
What a move that is.
yeah.
However, I think Caesar may have the DRS this time.
What a move around the outside of F1 Rosberg.
Caesar
That's
can't
not
respond, I
the
don't
race.
think. That's what I was going to say
he's
before.
not
Now
gonna respond,
Caesar's,
no way.
I think Caesar's in trouble here because his tyres are
Yeah.
going to. This is when his tyres are going to start
Yeah.
feeding that little
So
bit
Caesar's
more.
in trouble, and plus you've got Cinnamon Rage, a hungry Cinnamon Rage, to get the top step of the, well, the third step of the podium. And wait, he's got engine down. Wait, what?
Don't think.
I think Cinnamon Rage is smoking.
Nah, it's not. It's probably
That's
a
it,
glitch.
nah.
Because there's nothing on my screen.
Yeah, there's nothing on mine. Yeah, don't throw that one at us.
Yeah, they don't do that in multiplayer. That doesn't apply like career mode.
Fortunately.
I mean, it'd make this race interesting, but unfortunately not.
Yeah. Yeah, and there we go. So Cinnamon Rage is going to pass them now. Watch.
I don't think that. I think Caesar's going to pit. He's going to have to pit
Yeah.
because those tires. If that's any indication of his tires going off, I think Sam Hayes is going to be looking at that with some kind of concern. Because if it,
I don't think no. He's not going to pit.
Because when did Sam Hayes pit and when did Caesar pit?
They pitted the
Like
same lap,
one
I
lap
think.
before each other. Yeah. Either one lap or the same lap. As Caesar is not making it easy.
Well,
Cinnamon Rage, but
I
Cinnamon
don't know why
Rage
Cinnamon
now-
Rage is going down the inside here, because all it's going to do is give Caesar DRS. So he may as well wait until he gets that, and then make the easier move. Well, I say easier move, it's on,
Yeah.
it's on apparently the world's widest Renault.
Yeah. Oh. Does he go defensive? Yes, he does. Around the
Oh,
outside.
now Caesar,
double
now
lock up.
Cinnamon's going
No.
to hate Caesar because now Rosberg's pulling away.
Well, listen, the championship's done, so
Yeah, I
I don't think
suppose.
he cares.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that's a lock-up.
double lock up there.
Was there damage though?
No,
Was there damage taken by Caesar? Cinnamon.
no.
I don't know, it
Yeah,
might
no,
have been,
there's
if
no
it is,
damage.
it's very minor damage.
There's no damage. I'm on board with him. No damage.
Okay, because that looked very, very sketchy for a minute.
Yeah.
And now at this point, I mean,
Caesar.
Cinnamon doesn't have pressure from Matty behind him. Matty is about 19 seconds behind him. So at this point,
Yeah.
it's just about him getting past and getting put in the podium place, which he's not going to
Caesar
make
is got.
he's just,
Caesar's
think
gonna
he's
have
got
to
it.
put the best defensive performance of his life
I think he's got it.
if he wants to keep that third place.
He's just weaving about all
this
over
is,
the
See-
map.
this is tight.
Let's
No,
see.
don't-
Oh my
That,
goodness.
no, Blanchemont's a one-line corner. There's no way you're making it two-way through Blanchemont.
The way he dive down the inside. Caesar's gonna have to legit defend for his life if he wants to get that podium.
This very much is now like Dom defending from Rosberg last race, when
Yes.
Dom had to hold off Rosberg for P6, which became P4 in the end of the race, but he had to hold off Rosberg to actually.
Oh, Cinnamon Rage lose the back end.
He's still got a better run. You can tell the difference in the tyres now between Cinnamon Rage and Caesar now. You can definitely tell.
Yeah,
Look how close
definitely.
he's
He's all
pushing.
over him.
He's pushing
He's
him up.
all over him.
He's pushing him up Eau Rouge there, effectively.
He's very defensive.
He's got him.
What
I think he's round the outside.
He's got him. No,
Yep,
he
he's got
keeps the
inside.
position.
He's got inside on for next corner, I think. Nope, that's outside.
Oh, bit of contact! Bit of contact!
How have they both kept it?
Acceleration.
How have they both kept that in a straight
Oh.
line? How have they both kept that without losing it? He's just gone back. Oh, that's damage. That's damage.
More contact!
That was damage.
That's
Yep, there's damage to
Who's
Matt.
that for?
I think that's for. I think that's
that was
Cinnamon.
damage for Cinnamon Rage.
I think it's either Cinnamon or Caesar
It
because I
is.
saw a bit of front wing fly off.
It is damage.
Who's got it though?
Cinnamon Rage has damage.
Oh
I
dear.
think. Yeah, it is Cinnamon Rage. It's right template. It's got damage. Blood Caesar doesn't have any.
Oh
Well,
yes.
Well, that is championship.
Oh my, oh my.
Bit of
Get
trolley.
Nippo.
Thank you.
Championship is over regardless,
Get
but
Nip.
Yes.
Well, to make things interesting, that little escapade there has given all eyes on Matty
it's now a
5
battle for the
seconds.
podium between Caesar and Cinnamon Rage.
Well, Cinnamon's now got
What
the
does Cinnamon Rage
added
do? Does he
effect
stay out?
damage.
What
However,
does he do? Does he stay out?
I think he should stay out. There's no point coming in now.
Yeah.
No point. He's just going to lose. He's already lost the championship. He may as well stay out at this point. There is no point in him going
Yeah, definitely.
both on ultras.
Oh man, he's all over him. He's gonna get him into the bus stop surely.
Oh, Binky's going defensive. That's a
That's
little
a late
sketchy.
defense. That's a late
I
defense.
thought that was a little sketchy
Yeah.
from Binky, to be honest. That's a little sketchy.
Same here. I
You
thought
can't
that was a little
move
too late
like
there from
that.
Binky.
You cannot move like
I'm
that.
pretty sure he already moved once. He's already moved once, so maybe the stewards might have to look into that. I'm not sure, but see.
Depends if either of them put in a ticket, I suppose. Really, it's kind of the only thing in the way that something like that would happen.
And Mighty Monroe still got 2.6 laps of fuel left. Oh, that car's heavy. Here we go.
How do you
Final
manage
lap
to
of the
have 2
race.
laps of fuel? Oh well.
No idea, but final lap of the race. And there he is, the race leader, the man who's dominated this race and maybe even dominated the championship. And guys, what are your opinions on Sam Hez?
I mean, he's had a few. He's been pretty successful, as you can tell. He's already celebrating down the down Eau Rouge. Basically, he's had his moments of he's had most of his good moments, but he's had a few moments where he's shown his vulnerabilities.
Yeah.
But he's
I'd
come through
definitely
those
say that.
difficulties, and even with Sam Hez and with Sam Rage coming back into the championship, nothing's come of it. So
Yeah, I definitely agree. He has had his moments where he's had to face adversity, but he has had the pace to show what he's capable of.
back on board with the other battle. They're back on board with this battle. Back for P7. Lana Brown makes the move. He can't make it into turn 1.
So here we go. Around. On he goes. He's been a fast driver and a dominant champion, and at times he has had to face adversity, but today he's dominated the race. And now around the final corner he goes as he slows down. 22-second gap. Sam Hez wins the Belgian Grand Prix, and Sam Hez is the F4 Formula 1 XL champion. Congratulations.
Yeah, massive congratulations to Sam Hez there. He's had a great season. He's had a pretty decent boss in Pickled Avengers, who's helped him through the tougher periods, and it's nice to see Rosberg come over the line in second to show his
There's
fight
Rosberg.
for the championship wasn't in vain.
He's a
Yeah,
challenger.
he kind of
We talked
fell
about
out of the
last-
championship. I think around about Singapore, Hungary. I think he was kind of already out the championship about then. So a good comeback.
Yeah.
Cinnamon Rage takes
And how
P3.
ironic is that? How ironic is that the top three in the championship are the top three at the last race of the season. How awesome is that? Caesar,
That's-
4th place. Brilliant result there
Coincidence.
for the Renault. And then all eyes on Matty. Brilliant result in the
It's all
Force
getting.
India.
Yep. It's
And
been
it looks
some
like-
stuff for Force India. This battle still rages on, by the way. That battle's going all the way
Yeah.
down to the line.
Yeah, F1 XL Scar will come home in 6th place. On the
No.
final corner he goes, and there it is, 6th place. And who will get 7th? And it looks like it's going to be F1 Binky.
Yep. Monobrow
Mighty
has
Monobrow
penalties,
is
I
chasing
think.
him across the line.
Yep, PA.
Binky's
Joe might-
jumped Scar
There it is.
because of the
Joe was
penalty.
actually. I think Joe might have got him as well, but I'm not sure. No, Joe forgot 9th
No,
place.
don't-
There it
Joe
is.
didn't.
6th place
Wow.
for Binky.
It's to Sam Hayes on the F4
Yeah.
title. Probably have to get his thoughts on that, right? His thoughts afterwards, I'd say.
Yeah, we will. And there they are. Sam Hayes, F1 Rosberg, and Cinnamon Rage. The 3 men who have chased this championship. And there you go. Your F4 champion of F1 XL, Sam Hayes, will now move to F3 next season. Either this game or the next game. We won't know yet.
I think it's still
There
in
you
this
go.
game. So,
Yeah.
next season. So we don't know
There you
what
go.
2018's going to be
Top
like.
3 drivers of F3. So here are the official results. Sam Hayes wins the Belgian Grand Prix and takes the F4 championship. F1 Rosberg and Cinnamon Rage, his 2 closest rivals, 2nd and 3rd. Caesar is in 4th with all eyes on Matty in 5th place. The F1 XL boys of Binky and Scar 6th and 7th. Mighty Monobrow is in 8th place with Joski in 9th. And F1 XL Roland rounds out the top 10. Congratulations on the Belgian Grand Prix win and of course the F4 championship. A very dominant race and season from you. You have shown a very good pace along the season. Talk to us about the season and talk to us about some of the moments that you think you'll remember from this season, especially with the battling between your nearest rivals, Rosberg and Cinnamon Rage.
I think the first moment was when I won in Mexico, so the first win after, I think that was like after 3 races or something. I think I was fighting with Matty for most of that race, and then I had a few like sort of standard races, and then I went on a charge, and then me and Cinnamon had that epic at Abu Dhabi, which was pretty big, I thought. And then I think from Abu Dhabi he sort of found a lot of form, and then I had a few DNFs through like Spain, and I didn't do Monaco, and then all of a sudden it was really tight, and Cinnamon was on ahead. So yeah, and then the last few races I've just sort of really gone for it, and I've got it together. I think that sums it up.
I wanted to ask, how did you manage to get yourself through the rough periods? Summing up like sort of Spain and Canada to highlight a couple. How did you manage to get yourself around those sort of the couple of rough races you had?
After Canada, I think I still had a lead, so if I lost the race or whatever, if I didn't score, I would still be in front. So I didn't. After Canada, I wasn't too bothered about it, if you know what I mean. Obviously I was bothered, but it wasn't crucial. But then after Spain, that's when it became crucial, and then I sort of just got my focus together, to be honest with you.
Fair enough.
Sam has fantastic. Congratulations on your championship victory. You've amassed 9 victories this season. What has been your favourite one?
Off the top of my head, I can't tell you.
Okay. I know that's a bit of a hard one just to throw at you like that, but it's.
Yeah.
Have you got any memorable victories where you thought I've really had to work for that? Because you've had a couple of races where it is literally
Yeah.
like today you've had a 20-second gap. I know you had a massive gap at Hungary as well.
Yeah.
So-
Definitely, yeah, Mexico, my first one, because the whole race, I think Mexico was a 2-stop and I tried a 1-stop because I remember qualifying on the middle compound. So the whole race I was sort of first, but I was not very quick because obviously I was on a slower compound. So Matty was catching me the whole race, and that Mexico I thought was a hard one. And then the other one that comes to mind is Singapore, because after the first stint, I didn't see myself winning that race, and at the time I really needed to win it for the championship. So Singapore, I think, yeah, was a good one as well.
Fantastic.
Well done, Sam Hez, on the title
Thank you.
and
Cheers.
the race win. And we move on to second place
Cheers.
finisher Rosberg. Things that you saw as interesting, any that you saw interesting in terms of from your perspective, or was it just really just trying to keep the car out of the walls and try to keep as much of your wing and tyres in check as possible?
Well, at first I thought I could have got pole. I saw my first lap I did, I pole, and then I came in, and then my next lap I did, I cocked it up and I just sacked it off from there and took, and then Sam Hez's lap 144, whatever it was yeah, weren't getting nowhere near that. So then I thought I could jump him on the start, which I had a really good start of the race into the first corner, but he kept ahead, and after that I saw Cinnamon move up as well from Caesar, who also had a good race. And after the pits then, I noticed that they were doing a one-stop because he came out on the softs, and me and Cinnamon were on two-stop. I thought I had the pace to keep Cinnamon behind me for a while. He didn't catch up. I think I was held up by Caesar for a bit, and then he did the same thing. He got held up a little bit. It's a bit hard to pass through some of them sections. Yeah, overall,
I think made contact.
second was
just
the
behind.
best. Yeah.
But anyway, Warder, on you go. Warder.
Well done, Rosberg. Unfortunately,
Thank you.
was third in the championship in the end, but
Yeah.
you've shown real fight in your rookie season. You've unfortunately only amassed one victory. However,
Yeah.
do you feel consistency has been your major strength this season for you to still be that high up
Yeah.
so late?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I came into the season right at the beginning, and it was like one of the last applications as well. So my first few races was just to see how I'd do, and I think I was in the Haas in Austria, and I remember Chaos saying he's recruiting for a driver, and I think I won that race.
Yeah, you
and
did.
then
That
I
was
got-
your victory.
Yeah, and then I think I was doing all right. I was quite consistent within the top 4 all the time up till USA. Then after that, I don't know what happened. I just dipped really bad. I just couldn't find any pace at all, compared to especially Cinnamon, yourself as well, Border. Slow Dog sometimes came out with unbelievable laps, as well as Sam Hez.
Yeah, well, they said about Sam Hez's laps about 8 times, I think.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm glad we've third. I wish there was a few more battles that I'd had, but that's how it goes.
So, F1 Rosberg. The season has been really a kind of mixed fortunes for you. Obviously, you mentioned about how this was your rookie season. Now, you had mixed results, but during the middle of the season, you started to pick up your form, starting to get higher positions, and you managed to challenge, guys like Cinnamon and Sam Hez going towards later rounds. But with your first, rookie, quote-unquote, rookie season over, what can you take from this season to next season, and what are your most memorable moments from this season?
Well, my memorable moment would be my win in Austria, and my second place in Japan. Which Japan, I hate Japan, but I think that was a full wet race, and that was I was loving it round there. But yeah, from this season, I think I started off well, so I'm taking to the next season, and I think I can definitely challenge if I'm remaining F4. But if I go up to F3, then I don't know what will happen.
Well
done, Rosberg.
Thank you.
Well done, Rosberg.
Third place in the
Now on
championship.
to Cinnamon Rage.
A noble effort, Cinnamon Rage. A noble effort. Just not quite enough.
Yeah. No, Sam's car didn't move in front of me, so I went into the backup and I got wing damage before the first corner. So it just kind of put me in the back foot immediately. I had to pit after the first lap. But to be honest, getting back to third place is I'm not unhappy with.
Yeah, great effort.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, as long as Sam turned up, me having a chance at winning this was always essentially pretty tiny. So yeah, podium, definitely can't complain about that. Not at all.
I mean, it's no great
This
shakes.
season,
You still finished second in the championship, and you brought yourself in the championship very late on, which well done to you on that one. You
Thank
made
you.
Sam Hess
Yeah,
sweat in the
I
last
think-
few rounds of the last few races of the season. So
Yeah, it was kind of a weird one. I'd agreed with my TO Terrier that I was like, start of the season, I'll just get some points, and then it was like, okay, I got some points, and I was like, right, I'll get points every race, and I was doing it even though they were generally 8s and 10s, and then I think Malaysia happened, and I had a lot of bad luck, to be honest. Bonto at one point spun off a curb and took off the wing of my nose. It was the first race I never got points, so I practiced quite a lot over the Christmas break, and yeah, after that I practiced really quite a lot. It just seemed to improve me a wee bit, so I had a much better run into the new year. But yeah, I mean, I did well because Sam missed races and had DNFs. That's the only reason I'm as close as I am. So, but even still, I'm not unhappy at all. And I finished every race, which is a nice bonus. I think me and All Eyes on Matty was the only two to do it.
not
So
bad an
that's
achievement.
quite cool.
Anyway, Tom, you go.
yeah, because this season was mainly based on Rosberg and Sam Hess, but obviously your rise towards the championship hunt really started with the later couple of rounds. Was there a point where you were thinking to yourself, all right, I could actually do this and I could actually compete with these guys and maybe even win the title?
I'll be honest, I never thought I could win the title. Even when I overtook Sam, I still didn't personally believe I could win the title. But yeah, as I say, I didn't think I'd get ASR at the start of the season. In fact, I didn't think I'd get ASR like going into 2018. So yeah, but no, it went well. I just found a couple of people that I practiced with, Roland and Joski, who I practiced with a lot, and not because I was being all sweaty and stuff, but just because I actually enjoyed doing it. And yeah, it seemed to. I got better, to be honest, just because I got more used to the wheel and the pedals and whatnot. So yeah, it was a good second half.
Right.
Cinnamon,
What are you saying?
congratulations! What a fight back! I have to admit, the last 2 weeks, you've had everything thrown at you, pretty much the kitchen sink, the television, probably the wheels of your car thrown in your face, and you've still somehow managed to come back and claim a podium in 2 races, which I hope you don't mind me saying, you had no right of getting podiums after the incidents. So firstly, congratulations. Secondly, how does that make you feel? You know, yes, you've lost the title today, but surely you've got to feel amazing.
Oh yeah, like to be honest, I think Hungary, despite obviously Slow Dog had hit the curb in Hungary and spun into me and took off my front left wing. Actually, that was one of the most fun races I've done, simply because I had to go through the pack. Like things like Monaco and Spain were fun, but ultimately I was just in the front of my own, and they were my best victories. But yeah, it actually can be quite a lot of fun. But yeah, no, I'm quite pleased with it. To be honest, it's gone better than I could have ever expected.
Fantastic. Before I shoot away, Cinnamon, Rosberg and Sam Hairs on the whole half of the F1XL admins, thank you very much for putting your time and effort in. You've raced brilliantly this season, all of you. So from the admin side of things, thank you, and please sign up for next season because we're really looking forward to having you back.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool.
Thank you. Cheers. Well done.
Cheers.
And congrats, Sam Hayes.
Yeah, well done, Sam.
Thank you. Cheers.
All right.
As
Just round off then.
as Tom is actually connecting,
Yeah, that
I'll let
means he-
Sam do the
Yeah.
sign off.
Anyway,
Do we get champagne now, do we?
I wish that was the case. I wish that was the case. Anyway,
I'm not that rich, I'm afraid.
considering Tom's currently connecting the party, I will just do the outro then. Thank you for everyone who's viewed this. Thank you for he's back. Thank you to everyone who's viewed. Thank you to everyone who's viewed this season. I took this on after what happened with some of the stuff that happened with me, like early on the season. With what was happening with the game, I didn't really feel like playing the game, so I thought, alright, I may as well do something else which benefits the F4 side of the site. So I decided, I'll just take this on, the commentary side, and I've had, obviously, with Tom, who's helped me with some of the latter rounds of the championship. I'd also like to thank Kenny as well, who's helped me with some of the stuff that came beforehand of the races he helped me with. So thanks very much for that. And to everyone who has raced and who's given us the battle, me, Kenny and Tom, the battles, I appreciate everyone who's done that. And the last thing I want to mention, I leave a little poll up on the site in the F4 forum post, which is leave your best battles and end of season thoughts, as I'm going to be putting that into an end of season highlights reel for that at some point. So if you look in the forum, you should be able to see that post, the end of season highlights, if you want to put in your views of people who haven't done it yet, that sort of thing. But that's enough plugging away at the moment. I'm just going to read this off. So thank you everyone for watching, and until season 11, where I'll be racing next season, cheers.